Warning, no Farine was hurt in the making of this video. Do not try this in real life. Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video, and in today's video I'm doing something a little bit out of the ordinary because this is a tutorial video and I am going to teach you how to block clutch. Now, before I get into what is and how to do a block clutch, I just want to say that if you normal click or have low CPS, then this video is probably not for you, since you need like over 10 CPS to get decent at it. But anyway, with that out of the way, let's go. Okay, so firstly, what in the world is a block clutch? Now, mostly you probably know what it is, but this tutorial is for beginners, so I'm just gonna go over it real quick. A block clutch is basically a clutch that you use that prevents you from like falling into the void. So for example, if my opponent hits me, I just can do this. Sometimes the clutches are like even longer, for example like this. And also, block clutching is very essential for like Bed Wars, Sky Wars, or the Bridge. So if you play like any other game mode or something that doesn't have void, then you feel free to click off this video. But yeah, now I'm just going to teach you how to do a block clutch. Okay, so firstly, when your opponent hits you, you want to aim for the nearest block. So for example, if I get hit and I'm about to fall into the void, I'm not gonna aim for example, the farthest block that I can reach, since it's common sense, but instead the block that is nearest to me. But yeah, I will aim for the nearest block, since that can dramatically increase the chances of surviving. And the second thing is the aim. Now, if you're in a scenario when the opponent hits you, you have to have good aim. Okay, it's basically like, if you don't have good aim, then you're probably never going to be able to do a block clutch ever. Okay, for example, if I'm aiming too high, then I can't really place blocks underneath me. But if I aim too low, like for example like here, I'm not gonna place blocks at all. So you need about a 45-degree angle, similar to jitter bridging. And now, you don't really have to have a perfect 45-degree angle to do this, but if you keep it around that range, then it will probably help a lot. Now, if you have seen like any of Bedless Noob's clutches or like one of these MLG clutches, is that they usually do this motion like this. And well, you might be wondering why they do that, and I'm going to teach you why they do that. So usually these long clutches clutch on long extensions, but the problem is they can't really have a 45-degree angle because they can't really place blocks that good if they have like the angle like at a solid angle. So what they do is they usually go pretty high, but then like do a smooth motion almost straight down. And now the reason is like they do like very high, so they can actually reach the block, but once they slow down, they do this. So the slower they go, the more down they aim. Yeah, that's basically the reason. But you know, but this tutorial is for beginners. So yeah, I'm not gonna waste a lot of time like explaining. And also, I want to have a video out in like 54 years. And also, yeah, this tutorial is for beginners, not for advanced. But yeah, I think we got a good understanding about the aim. We're gonna go to the first step, and it's not really something that you would probably expect. Many people talk about this, and they also always say, "Oh, hold this, it's gonna help." But did you realize something? This tutorial is for beginners, okay? Not for advanced people. They usually say, "Oh, hold this," because those are the people that think if your block clutch is like less than like 3 blocks, it's not a block clutch. And well, that is partially true, but you don't block clutch to show off. You usually block clutch to save yourself to not get hit into the void. And now so I'm going to tell you the opposite, okay? I want you to hold sprint. Okay, maybe not sprint. I mean, you can hold sprint if you want, but mostly you should hold forward. If you go like this, you're going further away. You're not gonna place that much blocks if you get hit like twice. So the main thing is to hold forward because you're reducing the KB. But yeah, that is basically how to do a block clutch. But wait, if you want to get better at block clutching, I'm going to do some tips and tricks at the end. But anyway, and this is probably the end. So yeah, here's some tips and tricks. Firstly, if you want to get like better at block clutching, you should go to bridger.land. Please. Are you actually kidding me? Anyways, that didn't really work. What I want you to do is go to bridger.land and then go to techniques and then clutch. And from there, you can basically like choose how many rounds of knockback or like how much KB you want to take. And that is pretty useful because like sometimes you get like none KB at all, and sometimes you get like a ton of KB. So it's pretty cool to actually experiment with KB. So if you can firstly choose like one round of knockback on easy, and then you might think it's like a bit too easy. Then you can add like either more rounds of knockback or hard or like more knockback. The second is, I'm not really want to say it, but if you don't have a mouse that really double clicks or is not good at jitter clicking, then I suggest you to buy a mouse that actually can double click or is actually very good at jitter clicking. And I know this sounds very rich spoiled or something, but there are some very good prices for some mouse. Like for example, the Model O costs around $50, but it double clicks, and it also has a software. So it's a very good price. Now, there are, of course, a lot of other mice, but I think it's worth mentioning because, you know, I don't want to do a lot of research because I want a video out, as I said, I want a video out in like the next 54 years. But yeah, I highly suggest the Model O. Maybe there's some better mice out there that can double click, I don't know. And also if you jitter click, you can also find like the Razer Viper or something. I don't know what it's called really. But yeah. Anyways, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on the post notifications so you will never miss an upload ever again. And see ya.